Hi everyone, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an American expat living in Malaysia and I like to share my life and travels with you. Well, today I'm just going to have a year-end wrap-up and go over some of the videos that I've had on my channel in the last year and a half that you might have missed. Sound interesting? Stay tuned. Well, I've taken off the Santa hat. I'd felt a little bit silly wearing that, although it suits me, right? First of all, I want to thank you all so much for supporting my channel over the last year and a half. I've been overwhelmed by the response and so grateful for your support. I know I have a lot of new viewers and subscribers for my channel who might have missed some of the earlier videos, so I thought I'd go through them and highlight them today. I do get a lot of questions in the comments about things I've talked about in other videos, so this might help with that. I'll put the links to all the videos in the description below so you can just click on them if you're interested. First of all, I want to apologize for some of the older videos. Oh, you know, the ones where I was just getting started and really didn't know much about what I was doing. The sound quality, the editing, they just won't be as good as they are today. So forgive me for that, but the information's still good if you're interested. As many of you know, I have over 100 videos now in the year and a half since I started my channel. I'm going to go over a few of them, well maybe more than a few, but just ones I thought you might be interested in or had missed. Okay, I'll start with the first video that really got my channel going, and that was Retire at 60. As some of you know, I started this channel as a lark, sort of, but then it took off when I started talking about retiring to Malaysia. So thanks for that. So yeah, look at this one, Retire at 60, something a lot of people want to do if you're interested in that. And keep in mind, this was like my first video, so it's going to be pretty rough. The next video that really took off was cost of living in Malaysia. Boy, people are really interested in what things cost in another country, I can tell you that. Even though this video is over a year old, most of the prices still hold true, so keep that in mind. I mean, the prices for apartments and stuff like that are going to be pretty much the same. Food might be a little more expensive now, but that's not going to make a big difference in the overall calculations. But watch this one if you're interested in cost of living in Malaysia. Another very popular video that I put out early on was medical costs in Malaysia. Now this is just my experience with medical costs here, so it's not comprehensive by any means. But take a look at that if you want to see what some medical procedures cost here in Malaysia and compare it to where you live. I think you'll be fascinated. Now I know I talk a lot about MM2H on my channel, but I'm not going to talk about MM2H today. Now I do have a few videos about it, but I'm not going to highlight them because the information is really not very good right now because it's in flux. Things are about to change. Fingers crossed. They keep announcing that there's going to be changes any minute now, and as soon as there is, I'll do a video on it. But I just think this is old information in my MM2H video, so I'm not going to include those here. This next one might be interesting to some of you. You know, I got my apartment unfurnished, which is kind of unusual here. But I did it because I just wanted to pick out everything myself. So look at this one if you want to see how much it costs to furnish an apartment in KL. It's a small apartment, but I think it's good information. Check it out. I've done a few of these about what's different about Malaysia. And it's sort of tongue-in-cheek and funny, but it's just observations I've made since I've lived here about things I've noticed that are way different than in the West. Sometimes they're irritating, as I've talked about before too, but sometimes they're just funny. Take a look at this if you want to see the differences. Well, this one was my first video to hit over 100,000 views. I don't have too many of those, let me assure you. But it's about Publica, a smaller shopping mall here in the suburbs of Kuala Lumpur. It's charming and fun, and very much like shopping in the US, hence the title. Check it out if you want to see what this mall is all about. Well, since my channel's all about retiring to Malaysia, take a look at this one. It's about Penang. Is Penang the best place in Malaysia to retire? Well, this is just Taylor's opinion, but check out this video if you want to know. As you know, I lived in Penang for 7 years, so I'm going to be a tad biased by it, but I live in Kuala Lumpur now and love it here too. Now, only some of you are going to be interested in this one, my life so far. Well, I just thought some of my viewers might be interested in what my life has been like, where I come from, so to speak. So watch this video if you want to see some old pictures of Taylor and also learn more about his background. It's a fairly sanitized version, I'll tell you that in advance. None of the times I got in trouble in my life. One thing that's been very popular and successful on my channel is my interviews with other expats. In this one, I'm interviewing my good friends Ellen and Paul. They moved here from California, USA, and they love it in Penang. Watch this video and learn why they moved to Penang. You'll be surprised, I think. They have connections that go way back. I do have other interviews that I'm not going to highlight here, but if you're interested, just go to the playlist, check on interviews, and it'll list all the interviews that I've done. Well, it wasn't fair to just highlight Penang. Watch this video if you want to see what it's like to retire in Kuala Lumpur. It's a great place to retire too. Now, as you know, I'd probably rather be closer to the beach, but that's just me. Now, this next one is similar to my cost of living in Malaysia, but this shows what you get from different incomes, from $2,000 a month to $10,000 a month. Way different lifestyle. But I'll explain all that if you watch this video. Well, even though I did the video on healthcare in Malaysia, a lot of people were asking me about insurance. So I put together this one about how expats get insurance in Malaysia. It's not easy, let me tell you. But it can be done. So check this video out if you're interested. Well, I knew when I did this video that the title was going to be sort of, I don't know, clickbait maybe? And I was right. But I think people were just interested, would I return to the US? Well, you'll see the answer if you watch the video. But this is my most popular video ever, with over 140,000 views so far, and it's continuing to grow. What do you guess my answer is going to be about whether I'd return to the US? For those of you who want to see where I live, check this video out, Mid-Price Condos in Kuala Lumpur. It's all about my building, has a good tour of my apartment, and all the amenities in the building, just to give you an idea of what you can get for about $400 US a month. It's a very popular video too. And not to leave Penang out of it, here's how to get an affordable condo in Penang. Even less expensive than KL if you can believe it. And you're gonna have an ocean view. That's important to a lot of people. This video was surprisingly popular too. Another mall video, and it's a tour of the Link. Now the Link's near me, and I go there all the time. It's just a smaller, more charming, easier to manage mall. Other YouTubers will show you all the giant malls here, but I'll show you the intimate malls, the ones that are not overwhelming and easier to navigate for us old folks. I don't know about you, but I don't want to walk a mile when I'm in a mall. Well, this is a more recent video. Things that drive me crazy in Malaysia. Oh, I was so hesitant to do this video because if you know Taylor, he does not like to say negative things about Malaysia, the country he loves. But I did find some things tongue-in-cheek again that irritate me here, but it's sort of the same things that would irritate you anywhere in the world. So if you want a little chuckle, watch this one. Here's another recent one. Free things to do in Kuala Lumpur. Now this is interesting because Kuala Lumpur can be a little bit more expensive city for Malaysia, and it's nice to know there are free things to do here. And there's many more that I didn't talk about. Do your research and you'll find them. But some of these are fun. Take a look. Well, the last one I'm going to mention today is dying outside your home country. Whoa, what a negative topic, right? But it's important, I think. And it got a pretty good response. I think people don't like to talk about it. And you should. Well, I hate to end this on that negative note of dying. But that's just the way it is. That's one of my most recent videos. I hope you'll find some of these interesting and go back and watch them. And that way you won't have to ask me a million questions in the comments. You'll be better informed. You'll know much more about Taylor, much more about Malaysia, and that'll be a good thing. I hope you enjoy them. Before Christmas, I'm heading off to Penang for a few days to visit some friends. I'll try to get a video out of that, although I've done a few in Penang, but I think I have a new angle for this time. Stay tuned for that. I'm actually staying with some friends that I met through my channel. How cool is that? Well, since it's almost Christmas, I thought I'd show you my tree this year. It's beautiful, I think. It's not much different than last year, but I do have some new bows and a few new ornaments. I'd like to get a few new special ornaments every year. I'm sure a lot of people do that. So Earl Grey wanted to say happy holidays too. So here he is. He loves the tree, but mostly just to sleep under. Right, Earl Grey? Say right, Daddy. Right? Yeah. I also did a recent splurge and bought myself a Christmas present. I thought I deserved it, don't you? But anyway, I got this lovely rug that you see here. I've been wanting one for the longest time. My old rug was just from IKEA, so I wanted a really good rug. This one's handmade and I think quite beautiful. Let me know in the comments if you like it. The only thing is, like a lot of things, is once I got the new rug, my new pillows on the sofa just didn't seem to work anymore, so I've ordered some new ones for that. And I'll show you those when they get here. They go much better with the rug, I think. I'm thinking about taking some time off for the holidays, maybe a week or two that you'll miss a video from Taylor. So don't be concerned, I'll be back with more content that I hope you like in the new year. And maybe I'll still do one before Christmas, who knows? I get sort of antsy if I'm not producing content. It gets in your blood. As always, if you enjoyed the video today and got some useful information out of it, please like and subscribe, and click the notification bell too so you won't miss any of my future content. I know I find it important when I click on the notification bell on other channels that I follow, because sometimes if you don't, you're going to miss their latest video. You don't want that. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. But happy holidays from me and Earl Grey. And I'm so glad you're here. And thank you for your support for the whole year and a half I've been here. But that's it for today. Talk to you later. Bye.
Get